Coming up on this edition of Artful, it's our pageant special. 4 Lindenwood University pageant winners will be joining us. Stay tuned.
I'm Madison Burke, Miss Spirit of St. Louis 2011.
I'm Paige Hill, and I was Miss Oklahoma Teen USA in 2007.
I'm Taylor Gorton, and I was Miss Oklahoma Teen USA 2008.
I'm Jessica Hartman, and I was Miss Colorado USA 2010 and third runner-up to Miss USA.
All right, well, thank you ladies for joining me today for Artful. Let's go ahead and go down the line. We'll start with you, then go down the line for this question. How did you guys get started and at what age?
I had always grown up watching these pageants on TV, and so when I was 14, I heard about a local pageant. It was Miss Jefferson County, and so I went ahead and entered, and I ended up winning, and so that's how I got started.
All right, Paige?
I started dancing when I was about 6th grade. And I knew a lot of girls that did pageants, and then our costume designer also did pageant dresses, and they just told me that I should try and do it, and I did, so I started in about 8th grade.
All right, Taylor?
I actually got a letter in the mail saying that I should do a pageant, and I was iffy about it at first, especially my parents. They were kind of like, I don't know about this, but ever since, I've been in it.
Okay, Jessica?
I also got a letter in the mail, and it was something me and my mom decided would just be something fun to do together. So I actually got a late start. I did my first one my senior year. So.
Okay. And now, would you say it was influenced more by your parents, or was it more you guys wanting to do it and your parents supported you, or were they like, oh, you guys should do it? Madison?
Oh, I know, I really wanted to do it. My parents, like Taylor's, were kind of iffy at first, and so I kind of had to talk my mom into it, but once we got involved, I think she started to really like it and enjoy the pageants.
I don't think my parents didn't really need to be talked into it. They, just because people said that I would probably be good at it, so they were just on board for whatever I wanted to do. So.
Yeah, my parents were iffy at first, but we just kind of went in without knowing much about pageants and soon fell in love with the systems altogether, so.
My mom has probably talked me into it more than anything. I had always watched Miss USA on TV and been like, wow, that'd be so cool to do, but it's one of those things like, oh, I'd go to the moon if I could, but I never will. So my mom definitely pushed me into it in a good way.
Okay. And now, did you have to make a lot of sacrifices in like doing pageants? Like, how did it affect like your social life and your school?
I think when I did teen pageants, I didn't really have to make many sacrifices. It was something that encouraged well-rounded teens, and then also now I'm doing adult pageants. It definitely encourages us to be well-rounded as well, but it does take a little more of my time.
All right. Paige?
It definitely affected me with school and having to miss a lot of school, but my high school was really cooperative with me, and all of my friends came out to all of the events that I went to, so it kind of tied everything together.
All right. Taylor?
My school was also very cooperative. If anything, they supported pageants so much in what it has done for me because they could see the difference that it had made, like just in everyday life. I think that, yes, there are sacrifices that come with pageantry, but the fact that you get to like, you know, really learn about yourself more than anything helps out, so.
I wouldn't say I really had any sacrifices. I mean, if you're doing something that you love to do and putting your time towards something you want to achieve, then you're not really making a sacrifice, you're making an investment.
Right. And everybody knows pageants can get very expensive. Like, how expensive do they get? Like, what do you have to pay for? What do you have to get to be in the pageant? Is it very costly?
It can be costly, but you have to do that bargain shopping, so that's something me and my mom always did. We looked for sales on dresses, and then we could also bling up our own dresses a little bit, add a couple rhinestones, and then it looks like a whole new outfit.
All right. Paige?
Yeah, it was pretty costly too, especially spending that much money on someone I was 15 years old is kind of crazy, but yeah, we definitely invested the most in dresses and just interview outfits and just appearance outfits and everything, but it was definitely a good sacrifice.
Yeah, my parents always wanted me to feel good in what I was wearing, so we did put a lot of money into my wardrobe, but it paid off in the end. I mean, I'm coming to this college with a scholarship, so it definitely paid off.
Yeah, I would say my parents probably put the money towards whatever I needed because it is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to go to nationals and represent your state, and to put your best foot forward for that one opportunity, it's worth the sacrifice and the cost.
Okay. And Taylor, you had said something earlier before we started the show about if you're good enough, people want to give you stuff. Can you explain that a little bit?
Absolutely. Once you get to a certain level in pageantry, like Paige and I, or actually all of these girls at this point, once you receive a certain title, sponsors are all over it. They want you to wear their dress, and they really want that because that's advertisement for them. When we're at Miss Teen USA or Miss USA or Miss America even, and they're like, oh, that's a Sherry Hill dress. I mean, they get that advertisement through the girls once you've got to that level of pageantry. So yeah, they love it, and they'll give you that dress.
And then also,
Very convenient.
if the title holder's wearing it, a lot of contestants who are wanting to be that next title holder
Right.
are going to go out and pick those brands and choose those dresses.
I can't tell you how many Facebook messages I've gotten saying, can I please buy your dress from you, or who did your dress? And
Oh, wow.
yeah, actually Sherry Hill has sold so many of the dresses. I mean, it's good advertisement for them.
All right. Are you all here on scholarships at Lindenwood?
Yes.
Mine actually wasn't for pageants, mine was for Girl Scouts, but
wow.
it's a little different.
They must get scholarships for everything here. So what do your friends think of the pageant life and you doing it?
My friends are pretty supportive. Since I am a local title holder, they like to see those pictures on Facebook of me doing things just around St. Louis, and so they enjoy that.
Paige?
My friends love to make nice jokes about it, but they're pretty supportive. If I ever needed anything, they would be there for me. They'd come to any pageant I was in. So.
Taylor?
Sometimes I think that my friends forget my name. They're always like, and she's Miss Teen Oklahoma. And I'm like, yeah, also known as Taylor. You know, so, but they're very supportive. They come and they make signs, and it's very exciting.
Yeah, I think your friends like to brag on you more than yourself. I mean, you'll introduce yourself, hi, I'm Jessica, and then your friend will come up behind and be like, oh yeah, she was Miss Colorado, and you're like, technically, yes, but maybe I didn't want everybody to know that.
Right.
So.
What titles have you won? Are you just Miss Spirit of St. Louis, or are there other ones that you've
When
won
I was
before
a
that?
teen, I was Miss Jefferson County teen, and I was also Miss Lake of the Ozarks teen.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
The only one I've won is Miss Oklahoma Teen USA.
I've won the Miss Oklahoma Teen USA and 2 national titles through National American Miss, which is another pageant system.
Just Miss Colorado USA.
And then what are your future pageant plans? Are you going to continue in?
Yeah, this is my first year going to Miss Missouri, and I would love to go to nationals like all these women have done. That would be definitely a dream. And so I plan on continuing in the Miss America organization.
All right, Paige?
Sorry, what was the question?
What are your future pageant plans?
I have been looking into doing Miss Oklahoma USA, but I'm not quite sure yet.
There you go. Same?
I feel the same as Paige. I've been looking into it, but we'll see
All right,
what the
Jessica?
future holds.
I'm old in pageant years. I'm 20 and I already finished out Miss, so there's not really much left for me to do but
Right.
support these girls.
And then Taylor and Paige both being from Oklahoma, is there going to be any conflict in the future with you like running against each other?
No. Paige and I, actually, she crowned me. And we didn't know each other other than that one weekend where she was giving up her title and I was being crowned. And from that point on, we've actually become really good friends going to the same university. And I think that that's just, you know, we've decided we're not going to compete the same year. There's no way.
That'd be so cool if
Yeah.
like I did it and then she did it the next year.
We could
have a little
definitely
deja vu.
repeat. I would not have a problem with that,
That'd be
the
so much
crowning,
fun.
but yeah.
All right, cool. Well, and as you all know, makeup's a big part of pageantry. So coming up after the break, we're going to have Taylor and Jessica give a little makeup demonstration. So stay tuned for that.
Do you like this top? So gay.
You know, you really shouldn't say that. What if every time something was bad, everybody said, oh, that's so girl wearing a skirt as a top?
Oh, you are.
When you say that's so gay, do you realize what you say? Knock it off.
I'm lucky. Let me help you with that. I get to do something I love. It has nothing to do with touchdowns or titles. Everybody bring it in. I get to play a part in the life of someone just starting out. How many of you think homework is just as important as teamwork? I help keep kids in school. Good. And that's the name of the game. My name is LaDainian Thomason. I don't just wear the shirt, I live it.
Give, advocate, volunteer. Live United.
All right, thank you guys for coming back. We have Taylor who's going to get her makeup done by Jessica. So if you guys want to go ahead and start, and if you can explain what you're doing while you're doing it, that would be great.
We're basically going to do the smoky eye, which is probably the most common pageant eyeshadow. So I'm starting with a MAC palette. Has several colors in it, some dark browns and some blacks.
Okay.
And I'm just going to start with a brown, and I'm going to cover her lid.
Now, is this how you would regularly do your makeup for a pageant, Taylor? Mm-hmm. Do you do your own makeup?
Yes. Once you get to a certain level, you are required to do your own hair and makeup. So.
Okay, so you don't have like makeup artists or anybody that come in and do it for you?
No.
Okay. You prefer any specific type of makeup?
I typically use MAC. It seems to wear the best and stay on the longest, and it really absorbs the light and reflects it really well on stage. So.
All right. You're going to keep doing makeup.
And I'm gonna use just the black as an eyeliner with a thin pencil line.
And
brush.
now, each year, are there like different makeup styles you want to stick to? Like, how do you figure out how to do? Because makeup's something that always changes.
The most traditional is definitely the smoky eye. It's been around, oh my gosh, since I started, well, at least wearing makeup in pageants, I've done the smoky eye, so.
Okay, and then you're just gonna take the black and you're gonna make a V at the corner of her eye. And that'll bring out the smoky.
Looks good. Maybe do the same thing for that eye.
Yeah.
Looks good. And now, when you participate in a pageant, you obviously do full makeup,
Right.
correct?
Mm-hmm.
Right. So,
You do. But I think that the eyes are really one of the most important things. That, and then you need definitely some blush and some lips, and you're good to go.
all right, cool. All right, well, it looks very good. And we want to thank all our guests for joining us today on Artful, and we want to thank you guys for joining us.